have a couple of thunderstorms, one of which has gone severe to my north, in the northeast Texas Panhandle right now. Give everybody a couple of minutes to join in. You can see that storm, obviously, up ahead. Texas is under a severe thunderstorm warning. That's the direction that we are headed. Try to spin the rooftop camera around. I think that'll get a little bit wider view. Here, there we go. Check that out. That should be working.
For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall is occurring with this storm and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Repeating,
no severe thunderstorm watch or anything, just a warning on this north storm and then a special weather statement on the Wheeler storm. They're both weakening a little bit, maybe? But we'll see what happens. It's worth going up here and taking a look at them, I guess.
Counties through 6:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 5:55 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Doppler radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm over Briscoe, over 20 miles east of Miami, moving east at 20 miles per hour. Hazard, wind gusts.
Thanks for joining in, everyone. I think our big day, our main severe weather event, will be tomorrow. Then we'll have a couple of smaller severe weather events.
Impact. Gusty winds could knock down trees and blow around unsecured objects. Minor damage to outdoor objects is possible. Locations impacted include Briscoe and Allison. If outdoors, consider seeking shelter inside a building. Torrential rainfall is also occurring with
we are heading north from the I-20 or I-40 area. Pretty big cell here. You can see the upper levels of it there extends way off to our east. A couple more storms developing back there southeast of Panhandle, south of Pama. Keep an eye on those as well. live streaming the tornadoes. So we do everything here. Let me cut over. Do we have the iPad? We do. There we go. So now it's working. So there's a look at those two warnings. The orange one is a severe thunderstorm warning, 1-inch hail, 60 mile an hour winds. The one to the south of that near Wheeler is a special weather statement. These storms have actually weakened a little bit here over the past couple of scans. So we'll see what happens. And, thanks for the super chat. I can't read the super chats though today, folks. I tried to enlarge the size of the font on the chat device, but it's actually smaller than it was, so I just can't see the small words and letters, but I will see them at the end of the stream. If I'm stopped, I can kind of squint and see it, but I can see that someone sent in, but that's about it. But I appreciate your support, folks. The super chatters and the PayPal contributors, as well as our channel members, are the primary reason that I'm able to be out here and providing this content for everyone for free. So thanks everyone for contributions there. They're very appreciated. Out here on days like this, though, these marginal days, to me it's worth it because there's never anybody else out here. You don't have to worry about people following you around or running you off the road or whatever. The National Weather Service Amarillo has issued a severe storm is starting to have an uptick in activity again there. If we look at Omega, see that right there, the last scan, the orange box there, starting to re-intensify a little bit. So we'll see if anything comes of that. That northern one's going to be our target storm still. We'll have to run all the way up there to, what is that, 39? 33, Highway 33. I don't know how far we are from it. I don't think we're more than 20 minutes. Yeah, probably about 20 minutes. So that's not too bad. Probably make do. In a little bit of a hurry here because these could be really short-lived storms potentially. So I just don't want to. I don't want to end up late to the game and then missing the one shot. You know, put you on the roof camera for a minute. Everybody's having a good day. Weather down here has been relatively warm, somewhat dry. It's actually really nice out. Yeah, the storm we're heading to is intensifying. It weakened there. Now it's starting to get a cord back to it again. Another little shower popping up to our west. Over Bobini as well. Yeah, it's worth being out here today. I actually didn't think that we were going to get a chase because, you know, here it was rolling up on about 6 p.m. already, and just nothing was really happening. So I was starting to kind of think, all right, maybe nothing is going to happen. I was about to go back in the hotel room and say the hell with it, and the Severe Thunderstorm warning popped up, so I figured we better get a stream going. There's no tornado. I apologize if I gave you the implication that or inclination that there was a tornado, but no tornado today at all. We do a lot more than tornadoes, folks. It's not just about tornadoes. In fact, we actually get the most viewers on winter storms. You know, we might get 2,000 viewers concurrent on a tornado, but a winter storm will have between 4,000 and 6,000. So, trying to serve a wide audience here. It's not just about the tornadoes. If I was just out here for tornadoes, I would have absolutely, I would have $0 in my bank, and would not be able to do this. Tornadoes are extremely rare occurrences. I have not gotten an update on that warning either. They have not updated it in over a half an hour, or about a half an hour, which is actually kind of surprising. Special weather statement storm is right here, right off to our right. You can see it there on the right edge of the screen. It's evaporating. The main storm, that one kind of straight in the middle of the camera, that's the one we're heading to. That's the severe warned one. those storms. Shit, maybe I should have stayed. These storms down here near Groom, west of McLean, on Interstate 40 there, those ones developing toward the left center of the screen. Those are starting to intensify. Of course, we're up here. So, out of position for those at the moment. Maybe we should have just been a little more patient. I don't know. We'll go up here and see what this one looks like, and we can always go and double back. Visually, this doesn't look too organized, and it doesn't look so on radar either, so it's probably going to be a little while before this can do much. Primary risk today, I think, could be, hail. And maybe some moderate, or some kind of marginally severe wind gusts. But really, anything's going to be a bit of a stretch. This guy literally he just mashed the pedal. He's sped up about 20 miles per hour here now since we get the passing lane. It's pretty frustrating. I don't know why people do that. Wait until somebody can pass them and then they just mash the pedal to the floor. Very small shower over here to my left. Showing up on radar there, just over Mobeedi. I don't think that's going to really amount to much. Looks like this northern one here is the only one that's taken off. It's not even taken off that much either. Look at that. Yeah, this won't be a super long live stream. We'll be out here for long enough to see what's going on here. I think I can actually see under the base of that too. Really high based. We are approaching that severe thunderstorm warning from the south there. Cell over Mobeedi right there is the one I was talking about the new little shower popping up. That's just off to my left, and I'll spin the camera around and show you that, but you gotta give me a second here to get it spun around. It's a little slow going all the way back around. It's really not much to write home about, but we're almost there. There it is right there. That's that little shower I just circled. That's the base of it. Not much to it at all. Sorry. That right there, center of the screen. It's just a little baby. I'm going to spin you guys all the way back around. Fair weather and blue skies, though. Otherwise, if you're not under one down there on I-40 are actually looking a little bit better, so we may want to slide back down there toward those. Go check this storm out though, see what it looks like. Again, not a high intensity storm chase here by any means, but we're gonna go out and see what this all looks like.
Thunderstorm warning remains in effect until
Just got a new update on
6:45
that
p.m.
warning.
Central Daylight Time for South Central Lipscomb and northeastern Hemphill counties. At 6:18 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 4 miles south of Glacier, or 6 miles east of Canadian, moving east at 15 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, minor damage to roofs, siding, and trees is possible. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Locations impacted include Glacier and Lake Marvin. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall is occurring with this storm and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 6:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following counties in Texas, Hemphill and Lipscomb. A strong thunderstorm will
Alright, so we're going to keep that severe thunderstorm warning in effect for another 25 minutes. Still for 60 mile per hour winds, quarter-inch hail. This thing doesn't look very impressive though. So the top of it's kind of sheared over. Almost tempted to go back toward those ones on I-40. If they start issuing special weather statements or something on those I-40 storms, we may want to turn around, go toward them. But for now, I think we're okay here. That's a super high-based storm. I don't know if you can tell with the contrast, but you know, you can see the contrast between the base of that storm and the sky behind it. A little bit hazy out, so it's kind of hard to tell on camera, but super high-based. This thing is like sheared over. This is not a very deep storm. If you were looking at a like a volumetric scan or like a 3D scan, you would be able to you would be able to you'd be able to visualize just I think depth would be the best way to explain this. There's not much depth to it. You know, it's not an extremely tall storm, and it's also very shallow at the bottom, so that base is quite a bit above the surface. So if you imagine the top of the atmosphere, I guess it's a terrible way to describe it. There's just no good way to describe it without looking at like a 3D or a volume scan, I guess. But it is a very shallow-looking storm. This thing's about to crap its pants, I think, and be about done. Definitely looking into those ones down there on I-40 a little bit more now. I'll give this thing about 5 minutes and see how it looks. We don't even need to look at radar at this point. We can just do it all visually here to kind of determine what we think of it. See how the top of that is just, it looks like the upper level, or the mid-levels and the upper levels are just pushing the top of that storm over, literally. That's why it looks so shallow. expected today, though. I do have a visual. Let me go front feed here. Let me go with radar for a second. Let me spin the camera back around. I just don't want to make anybody dizzy here. I'm going to spin the camera back around to look at those I-40 storms to our southwest. And where the hell are they? Camera doesn't really pick it up very well, but that's them way off in the distance. Visually, they look a little bit better. A little bit sharper edges, sharper lines. That's those ones at the bottom left of the screen there. So those might actually be a better option for us. Shot there. Yeah, this thing, if you're downstream of this, so if you're south of Higgins, Arnett, basically if you or somebody you know is between Oklahoma Highway 60, or I'm sorry, that's US 60, US 60, and then 33, which is to the south, you're probably going to be impacted by this storm, but I wouldn't be surprised if this weakens below severe limits if it hasn't already. No real concern for this right now, at least on my end. And then areas that could be impacted, I think, could be from where it is right now, east of Canadian, but south of Highway 60, but north of Highway 33, all the way to the eastern extent, which would be Highway 283. I doubt it lives much farther than that. Maybe you know somebody or you're from this area. The special weather statement just got issued for those storms down there on I-40. 50 to 55 mile per hour winds moving northeast at 15 miles per hour. For Groom and Lake McClellan at 6:24, radar is tracking a group of thunderstorms that was 7 miles northwest of Lake McClellan, 18 miles south of Pampa, moving northeast at 15. Have a quick look at those. This storm looks like absolute crap that we're on right now. In fact, I can see the base, so I'm going to pull over up here because this is literally trash. I suspect they will probably drop the severe warning on it. I would be very surprised if they didn't. Visually, this looks like a big pile of crap. Just being honest, I know it's probably not the technical term here, but honestly, this thing just looks like trash. We'll go to the next road because I don't want this guy behind me. So I'll go to pull over and then it'll be a mess. Let's stop up here at the next. Right here would actually be a good spot. There's looks like a little substation or something up here in the corner. I'll zoom in on the base. We'll get a look at this thing and we'll probably head back to those I-40 ones. They look a hell of a lot nicer.
Of 50 to 55 miles per hour and penny-sized hail. Source, radar indicated.
It stopped right there, too.
Impact, gusty winds could knock down trillions.
This is the one problem with not being familiar with the area, is that you just don't know where all the driveways are. Oh, did I just miss the frick?
Briscoe and Allison. If outdoors, consider seeking shelter inside a building. Torrential rainfall is also occurring with this storm and may lead to localized flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. A strong group of thunderstorms will impact portions of southeastern Carson and southwestern Gray counties through 7:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 6:24 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
There's the backside of the I-40 storms.
7 miles northwest of Lake
that looks fairly healthy.
18 miles south of Pampa. moving northeast at 15 miles per hour.
And there's the bases on our storms. We got base 1 and second base.
Hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Minor damage to outdoor objects is possible. Locations impacted include Groom and Lake McClellan.
Alright, let's go south.
Outdoors, consider seeking shelter inside a building. Torrential rainfall is also occurring with this storm and may lead to localized flooding.
Yeah, it does look like two cells.
Vehicle through flooded roadways.
Let me see what the suggested route to McLean is. I don't know if it's the way we came or if it's Mobile.
Lipscomb and northeastern Hemphill counties. At 6:18 p.m.
McLean, whatever.
A severe thunderstorm was located 4 miles south of Glazer.
Let's go to McLean.
East of Canadian,
McLean, whatever, I don't know.
Hazard, 60 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail.
Hold on.
Source, radar indicated. Impact, minor damage to roofs, siding, and trees is possible. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Locations impacted include Glazer and Lake Marvin.
Just went severe warned, so yeah, we'll go down to McLean. Go down here, jump on 60 and go southwest. I've actually gone for 1.75 inch hail on that now.
The National Weather Service in Amarillo has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Carson County, southwestern Gray County, north central John Lee County, until 7:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 6:29 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 7 miles north of Broome, or 15 miles east of Panhande, moving east at 20 miles per hour. Hazard, golf ball-size hail and 60 miles per hour with gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, minor damage to roofs, siding, and trees is possible. People and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Locations impacted include Groom, Allen Reed, and Lake McClellan. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall is occurring with this storm and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 7:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following county: Gray, Texas. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 6:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time for South Central.
We're going the right way here.
At 6:18 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 4 miles south of Glazer.
Go ahead and give a look behind us here for a few minutes, though. Keep a look at those storms that we're now leaving.
Hazard, 60 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail.
Just getting over to Highway 60 here.
Impact, minor damage to roofs, siding, and trees is possible.
We're going to take that straight southwest.
Vehicles is expected.
And go south out of Miami, I guess. Actually starting to rain. Going underneath a little shower right now, it looks like. Yep, there's the shower. You can see the rain shaft right there in the center. That's this little guy right here on radar. so maybe we should have stayed on the one that we were on. I don't know, but I like the looks right now anyway of the ones down on I-40. They look a little bit more interesting, to say the least. Just don't have a good visual on them right now, so I'll leave you guys facing the other way. Surprised to see that warning for 1 3/4 inch hail. That's definitely on the higher end, but it's definitely 2 separate cells now down there, each possibly posing that hail risk. Make them out there in the distance on the horizon. The new ones, that is. I think the last time that we were in this part of the Panhandle was, it's probably been 4 months, maybe. It's been a while. Sitting at 50, almost 58 degrees, which is sufficient enough for storms out here. They did drop that warning on that storm you're looking at behind me. I'm going to try to spin this camera around. I don't know if you're going to be able to see these at all or not. Keep in mind, we are going to go through a bit of a dead zone here until we get to Miami, so it's going to be off and on a bit. Right there in the middle of the screen, those are those storms. Just can't see them very well because we're quite some distance from them, but the sun is kind of blinding us too. That cluster of storms is really not moving very much either. It's not stationary, but it's definitely not in a hurry. It's a fairly rural area there, I think. probably be somewhere in southwest Oklahoma. And then Wednesday, we'll wash. Kind of a marginal day, central Oklahoma, maybe. Thursday might really not be anything, I don't know. But then Friday, I think we could potentially have a little bit more vigorous, severe weather day. But it's too far out to be talking about specific locations yet. You know, I really try to not talk about specifics until the SPC starts highlighting risks, risk areas. I mean, there's there's exceptions to that, but SPC is acknowledging it as just like I am, but they're hesitant to place a categorical risk area anywhere just because there's some uncertainties yet. I'm hoping by the end of the day tomorrow and toward tomorrow evening, some better model or consistency will be happening, and we'll be able to talk a little bit more specifics. But we're just too far out. You know, I'm trying to be as honest with everybody as I can and stay out of this whole YouTuber clickbait BS going on. So that's why I'm not calling it out specifically, because there's plenty of time to figure it out. And this is the Great Plains, folks. Residents out here are very used to severe weather. Nothing rare about it, that's for sure. And watching the possibility of a tropical system, maybe on the southeast coast this weekend and the next week, maybe. NHC has it as a 30% chance, I believe. Some models were picking up on it over the past few days. It's not going to be a major hurricane or anything, folks, but something could spin up. And I use the term spin up because I don't think it would be too much, but we have to keep that in mind as well, that we could have something that we need to go southeast for as well. But it looks like the next at least 7, I would say the next 10 days there will probably be stuff for us to be out here keeping an eye on. This is exactly why I did not go up to Lee. It wasn't a responsible decision for me. For my safety, my channel, our staff, or my body, or my car. So basically, Lee was just so far northeast that if you were going to cover it, you damn near needed to be in Canada. Which, I mean, we can do that. I mean, I have a passport, but just renewed it. But it just wasn't, guys, it just wasn't worth it. It wasn't. Very rarely do I sit out a storm like that, but it wasn't going to be worth it. We wouldn't have been able to have been down here for the other day or today or tomorrow. I just would not have been able to safely get myself back out here that quick. It would have been a half-day drive. Thanks, Arlo. And if I would have left yesterday, been driving yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we would have been cutting tomorrow really, really close. So that's why I opted for the severe weather. I'm overdoing this drive for 72 hours straight garbage. I'll do it if I have to, but there's times where you just don't. It just wasn't worth it. The severe was better. I'm happier to be out here anyway. Left side of the screen there, you see those, we're closing in on these storms. Once we get to Miami, we'll drop south and start cruising south about as quick as we can. Really beautiful terrain out here, though, in the Panhandle. I absolutely love it out here. Super nice. We do have a Discord server, folks. I don't know if you're familiar with that or not. See the storm.net, we've got it there. You can join that for free if you would like to continue. If you would like to continue to be part of the community here that you find in the chat. thunderstorm looks a lot more organized, even though on radar it's a little bit of a sloppy mess. It's two separate updrafts, it looks like, and they're kind of merging. The one in the western updraft, which I think is the primary one, is starting to just kind of bump into that the eastern one. So expect this to possibly weaken a little bit and then strengthen again and maybe pulse up and down for a few minutes here. Alright, this is Miami here. Take Ranch Road 740. Okay, whatever.
For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of the building. Torrential rainfall is occurring with this storm and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 7:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following counties: Gray, Texas.
Alright, our south option is coming right up. Once we get down to Highway 152, which is probably about 10 minutes, I think we'll have a little bit better view of the storm, and then it'll be, we'll go down 2473, and it should be a good view pretty much the whole way there.
Therefore, the warning will be allowed to expire. Repeating, the severe thunderstorm warning has been allowed to expire for the following counties.
Let's turn up here at the light.
You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio WNG 71 from the National Weather Service Office in Amarillo, Texas. This station operates on a frequency of 163.50 megahertz. WNG 71 will broadcast 24 hours a day with regional weather conditions in public forecasts. Special statements, warnings, and short-term forecasts are also broadcast as conditions warrant. During periods of severe weather, regular programming may be suspended in order to provide you with timely hazardous weather information. For comments on NOAA Weather Radio, please call your National Weather Service Office at 806-335-1121 or visit our website at www.weather.com.
Try to get the rooftop camera spun back around.
The current time is 6:47 p.m. Central Daylight Time. The 6 p.m. area weather roundup. The report from Panhande was not available. Elsewhere in the
Yeah, super nice terrain out here, so this is usually a really pretty drive.
89 degrees. Southwest wind at 17 miles an hour, gusting to 26.
There's our storm cluster right there.
91 degrees. Canadian rain. 80 degrees. Tourist sunny. Temperature 89 degrees. Wind south at 16 miles an hour, gusting to 24. Clark from southwest. The temperature 86 degrees. Dallas Park, mostly sunny. 88 degrees. Tourist, mostly sunny. 87 degrees. Diamond, mostly sunny. 89 degrees. Memphis, a temperature of 91 degrees. At the bottom of Hallam Canyon State Park, 90 degrees. Barrington, sunny. 81 degrees. Butte, temperature 91 degrees. In the surrounding areas, Lakeview, mostly sunny. 83 degrees. London,
Yeah, these aren't too bad looking, are they?
89 degrees.
Maybe with the sun setting, we'll have a really nice view with them too.
Sunny. 92 degrees. Gage, sunny. 89 degrees. Wind south at 21 miles an hour, gusting to 31. Elk City, mostly sunny. 89 degrees. South wind at 16 miles an hour. Oklahoma City, mostly sunny. Temperature 88 degrees. Tucumcari, mostly sunny. 87 degrees.
decision, those two that we left they're sustaining themselves, but they're really nothing special. Looks like our storm might be trying to reorganize a bit. East to Panhandle, moving east at 20 miles an hour, golf ball size hail, 60 mile per hour winds. Includes Allen Reed, Lake McClellan. Actually, they just updated it.
60 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail.
They downgraded it to 1 and 2.
Source, radar indicated. Impact, minor damage to roofs, siding, and trees is possible. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Locations impacted include Allen Reed and Lake McClellan. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall is occurring with this storm and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following county: Gray, Texas. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for...
I'll be honest with you, folks, this storm really doesn't look that spectacular either, but I'll tell you what, at least it's something to look at. Quick update there, that's Radar Omega. Showing our target storm. turn here, and then this kind of jogs down, and then we'll get on 2473.
Until 7:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for southwestern gray and north central.
Wait for this car to come by, though.
At 6:52 p.m.
Today.
Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 10
Come on,
miles
there you go.
northwest of Lake McClellan, or 14 miles south of Tampa, moving east at 15 miles per hour. Hazard: 60 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: minor damage to roof. Sighting: a tree is possible. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Locations impacted include Allen Reed and Lake McClellan.
Okay, we'll get down the road a ways, and then maybe after, like 2 miles or so, we'll drive south, and then it'll just be a straight shot from there. Looks like our storm is starting to intensify again. Kind of doing that, like, pseudo cell merger thing, and it's about to get its act together here again, I think. It's taking it a few minutes to get going. Kind of expected. That's the nice thing about being out here out in the open is it doesn't really take a robust thunderstorm to get a really photogenic one, just because you can see everything. I think I'm actually going to stop up here. So we're going to stop where there's a camera view, maybe.
A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7:30 p.m. Daylight Time for south.
I need to run up on top of this ridge.
At 6:52 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 10 miles northwest of Lake McClellan, or 14 miles south of Pampa, moving east at 15 miles per hour. Hazard: 60 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: minor damage to roofs. Sighting in trees is possible. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Locations impacted include Allen Reed and Lake McClellan. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall is occurring with this storm and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following county: Gray, Texas. A strong group of thunderstorms will impact portions of southeastern Carson and southwestern Gray counties through 7:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 6:24 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Doppler radar was tracking a strong group of thunderstorms 7 miles northwest of Lake McClellan, or 18 miles south of Pampa, moving northeast at 15 miles per hour. Hazard: wind gusts of 50 to 55 miles per hour and nickel-size hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Minor damage to outdoor objects is possible. Locations impacted include Girl and Lake McClellan. If outdoors, consider seeking shelter inside a building. Torrential rainfall is also occurring with this storm and may lead to localized flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for southwestern Gray and north central Donley counties. At 6:52 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 10 miles northwest of Lake McClellan, or 14 miles south of Tampa, moving east at 15 miles per hour. Hazard: 60 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail.
Okay.
Source: radar indicated. Impact: minor damage to roof. Sighting and trees is possible.
Rear access
Hail
open.
damage
Great.
to vehicles is expected. Locations impacted include Allen Reed and Lake McClellan. lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall is
Okay.
occurring with this storm and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Repeating, a severe remains in effect until 7:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following county: Gray, Texas.
There we go.
A strong
All right.
thunderstorms
Let me get a couple of photos of that 'cause it's really pretty. At least right here, anyway.
7:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 6:24 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Alpha radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm 7 miles northwest of Lake McClellan, or 18 miles south of Panhande, moving northeast at 15 miles per hour.
All right, continuing on.
Wind gusts of 50 to 55 miles per hour at signal sign. Source, radar indicator.
In half a mile, turn right onto Ridge Road 2857. Signs for State Highway 273 south. Turn right onto Ridge Road 2857. Signs for State Highway 273 south.
A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for southwestern
For
Gray
11
and
miles.
central Conley counties. 6:52 p.m. Central
You have to spin
Daylight
back
Time.
around.
A severe thunderstorm was located
There we go.
10 miles northwest of Lake McClellan, or 14 miles south of Panhande, moving at 15 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour with gusty and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Intact, minor damage. Letting intermediate level.
That's actually a really nice view. That looks fantastic. Somebody had a super chat, but again, the text is so small I can't see it, but I will read the log at the end of the stream. Thanks, whoever that was. It's appreciated. 175 seconds left. That's actually kind of neat. Let me back up a bit and get that tree out of the shot. That's genius to put the countdown timer on the stoplight. How's that?
At 6:24 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Doppler radar was tracking a strong group of thunderstorms 7 miles northwest of Lake McClellan, or 18 miles south of Peppa, moving northeast at 15 miles per hour. Hazard: wind gusts of 50 to 55
Okay, so we'll sit here for 2
miles per hour
minutes.
and nickel-sized hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact.
Take a look at the radar here. So this back half is what appears to be most intense. If there's any hail, I expect it in that black circle. Looks like the entire storm's moving almost due east. We'll get down here to McLean, and we'll look back off to the northwest.
Torrential rainfall is also occurring
Elsewhere around the region,
to localized flooding. Do not drive your
there's
vehicle
nothing.
through flooded roadways.
Our little storms up here were those ones we were on at the beginning of the stream. They've crapped their pants. They're done. They're gone. The storms that we're trying to develop down here near Plainview in the southern Texas Panhandle, they're done. We're just left with our storm now. So it's a good thing we picked this one.
Or 14 miles south of Peppa, moving east at 15 miles per hour. Hazard: 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: minor damage to roofs, siding, and trees is possible.
So I don't know. We'll just see what happens.
Damage to vehicles is expected. Locations impacted include Allen Reed and Lake McClellan.
Says we got 58
For your
seconds.
protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall is occurring with this storm and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following county: Gray, Texas. A strong group of thunderstorms will impact portions of southeastern Carson and southwestern Gray counties through 7:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 6:24 p.m. Central
Okay.
Daylight Time.
Yeah, there's nobody. I can literally see the other side of the bridge, I think, and there's
7
nobody.
miles northwest of Lake McClellan, or 18 miles south of Peppa, moving northeast at 15 miles per hour. Hazard: wind gusts of 50 to 55 miles per hour and nickel-sized hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: gusty winds could knock down.
Okay, we have a green light
around
now.
unsecured objects. Minor damage to outdoor objects is possible. Locations impacted include Girl and Lake McClellan. In outdoor,
That's nice.
shelter inside a building. Torrential rain
Well, maybe this does go longer than the bridge.
can lead to localized flooding. Do not drive your vehicle.
Looking forward to tomorrow, though. It should be a good day. Everybody's overhyping tomorrow. Everybody's, there's gonna be tornadoes everywhere tomorrow. Yeah, bullshit. There's not even a tornado risk outlined by the SPC tomorrow. So don't buy into the hype, guys. There's a lot of lunatics on social media. You know, we had that crazy chick down in Florida saying a Category 6 hurricane was being, made by the FDA or something, and something about COVID was involved with it, and I don't know, and it was going to hit us on the 6th of September, and well, that didn't happen. There's just a lot of lunatics out there on the internet anymore, so there is another tornado risk that we could see a tornado tomorrow, but it would be a tornado. Things can change, but it looks like mostly a significant hail risk. Storm Prediction Center seems to agree with that assumption as well. They've highlighted the western part of the slight risk area tomorrow, primarily western Oklahoma, as the possible area for significant hail. storm itself hasn't really changed much, but it definitely looks different. It's based on the angle that we're viewing it from. We're underneath the storm now. Very, very front edge of it. So it kind of obscures and obstructs our view of it. That's why I always say we want to be on the southeast side of these things most of the time. Not always, but most of the time. South. We're exactly where we want to be now. Fantastic. Though Texas has some strange intersections.
At 6:52 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 10 miles northwest of Lake McClellan.
We do have some. Anybody who's driven in Texas that isn't from Texas knows what I'm talking about. If you're from Texas, this is probably normal to you, but the rest of us, these intersections are kind of weird. Texas doesn't like 90-degree angles, I guess. I always feel like I'm blowing a stop sign or somebody's going to come and hit me or something. Starting to get some raindrops now. Looks like the storm might be not necessarily splitting, but I think we've always potentially had two separate updrafts maybe. But regardless, our main area of interest is going to be this part back here. So we'll go down to I-40 and then head west. Couple of miles farther south, and this view might get a little bit nicer looking too. We're just, like I said, underneath the front of this storm, so we've got the eastern side of it, I should say. We've got some precipitation and some haze kind of ruining our view right now, and also the fact that we're underneath it. trying to extend that. warned for another 1 minute, so I'd say it's fixing to expire. Any minute, probably. Turn you guys now. Hold on, I figure out which way you're pointing.
86 degrees. Dallas, Fort Worth, fair. 90 degrees. Gage, fair. 86 degrees. Wind was south at 22 miles an hour, gusting to 29. Elk City, fair. 87 degrees. Oklahoma City,
One
fair.
heck of a sunset, though.
Temperature 84
I'll tell you
degrees.
what. Wow, holy cow.
Fair. 82 degrees. Albuquerque, partly sunny. 74 degrees. Dodge City, fair. 85 degrees. Denver, partly sunny. 78 degrees. The current time is 7:33 p.m. Central Daylight Time. The 7 p.m. area weather roundup. The report from Tampa was not available. Elsewhere in the Panhandles, Amarillo, fair. 87 degrees. Southwest wind at 20 miles an hour. At Borger, fair. 90 degrees. Canadian, fair. 82 degrees.
Alright, folks, I'm going to take that road. We're going to go back toward McLean.
Temperature 87
I think
degrees.
this storm's about had it.
Claw 12 southwest. The temperature 85 degrees. Dallow Park, fair. 86 degrees. Dumas, fair.
Just issued a special weather statement on this, I think.
Diamond, fair. 89 degrees. Memphis, a temperature of 89
That info here in a
degrees.
minute.
At the bottom of Howell, Turtle Canyon State Park, 88 degrees.
We'll keep this in camera view, though, don't worry. Man, this weather's awful.
86
about hit this deer that just decided to jump out in the front of my truck and try to die. Stupid mistake he almost made. Very stupid mistake, because we would have won that one.
Here is the 7-day forecast for Tampa and surrounding areas. Tonight, partly cloudy. Thunderstorms in the evening. Lows in the lower 60s. Southward, miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Highs around 90. Southwest wind 10 to 15 miles per hour.
bunch of llamas in that field. That's cute.
Fair. 82 degrees. Albuquerque, partly sunny.
Must be like a llama farm or something. I don't know.
Dodge City, fair. 85 degrees. Denver, partly sunny. 78 degrees. 7:39 p.m. Central Daylight Time, West Texas. NASA net observation clock. With the collaborating effort between the National Weather Service and Texas National Weather. Tampa 76 degrees. Humidity 55%. Wind south-southeast at 20 miles per hour. Miles at 81. Humidity 80. Wind south at 18. McLean 83. Humidity 45. Wind south at 12. St. Cloud QSW 76. Humidity 71. Wind south at 6. Precipitation today. 0.42 inches. Tokyo 85. Humidity 43. Wind south-southeast at 10. Panhande 83. Humidity 43. Wind south-southwest at 19. Kansas 83. Humidity 41. Wind south-southwest at 19. Fort 84. Humidity 37. Wind south-southwest at 9. Cincinnati 80. Humidity 43. Wind southwest at 6. Dry 86. Humidity 20.
Alright, everybody. We probably should be about in the heaviest precipitation here in just a moment or two. Just off to our west. And these are all like ranch access roads, it looks like. Probably just stop here for a minute, I guess.
Panhandle 82, humidity 44, wind south at 17. Pantex 83, humidity 41, wind south-southwest at 18.
I'll just stop here for a minute.
83, humidity 39, wind south-southwest at 8. Stinnett 80, humidity 43, wind south.
But yeah, thanks for joining, everybody.
Fridge 80.
We are out here kind of on this leisurely storm chase. Not a whole lot is happening.
Good night 82.
Didn't really expect much to happen,
Wind
though.
south at 11. Sunrays 74, humidity 50 at 8. Canadian
That's okay, because sometimes these lower end days are more enjoyable anyway.
11. Precipitation today 0.03 inches. Clarendon 83, humidity 44, wind south at 12. The current time is 7:47 p.m. Central Daylight Time. You are listening to NOAA Weather Radio WNG 71,
check
the
something
National
here.
Weather Service Office in Amarillo, Texas. This station operates on a frequency of 162.50 megahertz. WNG 71 will broadcast 24 hours a day with regional weather conditions and public forecasts. Special statements.
So you can take a peek at Radar Omega, and you can see this thing is just struggling. It's pulsing up and down. It looks like a giant blob. Not much happening with it. Mostly just a really pretty sunset, which is fine.
Please call your National Weather Service office at 806-335.
Perfectly acceptable for a day like today.
Website at www.weather.gov/Amarillo. Here is the 7-day forecast for Pampa and surrounding areas. Tonight, partly cloudy. A chance of showers and thunderstorms in the evening. Lows in the lower 60s.
All right, everybody. I think we're going to flip around and head back down to I-40.
Per hour.
I think the southern end of this thing is going to clip McLean, whatever. And that's the direction that I want to get moving.
Tuesday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 50s.
Oh, that's why. Hold on here. It's been really weird, like... Oops, hold on. I've been like fighting to get the truck in gear here, but it was getting caught on the keychains. That explains why.
Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, mostly cloudy. A slight chance of showers.
Let me get you guys spun back around here.
Highs in the mid-80s. Chance of rain 20%. Thursday night and Friday, partly cloudy with a slight chance of showers.
There we go.
Lows in the lower 60s. Highs in the upper 80s. Chance of rain 20%. Friday night and Saturday, partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 60s. Highs in the lower 80s. Saturday night and Sunday, mostly clear. Lows in the mid-60s. Highs around 80. Down near
New day one outlook is out, and they're keeping the marginal risk in place. Yeah, I'm gonna head back down here toward I-40. See what comes of the storm from there. Alright, everybody, so I think that's probably going to be about it for that storm. We'll keep streaming for a little bit yet, just in case. go straight. I could be wrong. That's the direction I'm going. See what happens. Yeah, there we go. Interstate's down here. Let's see, one east. Let's go straight. Alright, here we go. This storm actually might approach severe limits again here before too long, folks. It's starting to get some stronger radar echoes. So don't rule out a possible severe thunderstorm warning on this here again in a little bit if it does uptake in activity. Especially when I'm keeping a close eye on it still. This will be one of those kind of nuisance storms that continues for the next several hours. It'll be severe and then not, and then severe again, pulse up and down. Pretty common. I think I'm going to probably go ahead and end our stream. I'm going to get fixing to head to my hotel and then kind of start preparing for tomorrow a little bit. There's a couple of things I need to get done. Need to do some laundry and stuff like that. So I need a little bit of time to do that yet tonight. But I appreciate everybody who's ridden along. It's been kind of fun. It's been better than nothing. Definitely a little bit more eventful than I expected today. But to our channel members, our super chatters, and anybody who contributes via PayPal on our website, seethestorm.net. I appreciate all of you folks, and as well as our moderators. Thank you everyone for keeping the stream going. So we'll be live tomorrow, and I would say it's about a 75% chance of a stream tomorrow. Assuming that something happens. Be live tomorrow, of course, here on YouTube and the Radar Omega app as always. But I'm pretty confident that this storm's not going to do anything crazy for us here. Otherwise, I would be a little bit more willing to stick it out for a while. Yeah, that's going to be about it. Thanks for riding along, and hopefully I'll have the issue with the chat fixed by tomorrow, because I can't really keep up with anything going on in there. The text is just so small. And again, if you'd like to continue with the community that you've met here on the chat, if you're new, go ahead and switch over to our Discord. Our Discord community link is on the website, seethestorm.net. Have a really good night, everybody, and most likely see you back here tomorrow.